Well, one of those things you talked about, working groups and medical group, and, you know, if I was running the economic development program here, which I'm not, but one of those concepts I had was, go to every business in town, especially the bigger guys, and say, give me a list, to help your city, give me a list of the top 20 products you buy from somebody that's not in Mesquite. What do you buy, Mr. Plastics Company? What do you have come in here on trucks from other places? And we put that list together with all the business, again, we're talking about the restaurant supplies and the medical supplies, and you go through that list, there's really good off. If there was one here, would you buy from them if they had a comparable product to try? Yes, I would. Okay, now you got a tool. We need this here, we need a that here. Somebody that's already here needs to expand into this. And you have a blueprint of this. It just drives me crazy to sit in this town and watch trucks go by, say, St. George, Utah, Las Vegas, Nevada, St. George, Utah, St. Isn't there anybody here offering that service?
Yeah.
One of my pet peeves is community gates, automatic gate service. Nobody here that services them. So you have to, how many community gates are we spend? My community spends $500 a month to have our gates there. You know, and you wait, and you pay somebody extra money to come in from Las Vegas. Why isn't there a business for that?
Here's one of the things that actually came out of one of these meetings, okay? And this is the reason why what Kathy Lee and Brenda has done over here is amazing, is someone had said, you know, it's really hard to break into the cost. It's hard to get to casinos to tell us what activities are happening. And so if we could have the casinos, you know, send out an olive branch to us, we will reciprocate and help them. Hence, we did it. Hence, same thing that Darlene talks about. I think that's the frustration that comes out of this group, and a lot of times, sometimes from the casinos, sometimes from the city, is we will give you this information. We will be happy to help you. And it still comes down. How can you afford not to do it?
I just decided to steal another idea from the Eureka because they're so brilliant. I was seriously, I was involved in their focus groups, and those were by invitation only. Last year?
Yeah, last March.
In May, April, May.
Sometime last year. And they would invite different groups of people. What if we tried to find a way to, with the businesses in town, do an actual focus group type forum where they get a personal invitation, and of course they have to get something for it because it's the only way you're going to get people here, you know, to show up. But I don't know what we want to give them or what we can afford to give them or how we can work that out. But and you had the same kind of forum, because that was brilliant the way they were doing it. They involved real people, they involved businesses, they involved their employees. And while you're sitting in there, that's actually how the idea for the online complete community calendar gelled. It was like it was a no-brainer after it once came to being. And it was like, because I know that other people were sitting there, and as they're listening to people talk, you go, oh, well, I can fix that, or we can work with that, or you met other people. That's kind of the peripheral part of it, but I believe that the Eureka gained some real insight into what was going on, and it was a wonderful idea. Yes.
That's what caused this. Honestly, before that, Eureka had looked into this and decided it was really just too big of a hurdle because it was huge and we weren't sure it was the right market and all that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
When the focus group came around and had so much requests or comment about it, they said, okay, let's get busy. And it is hard, but it's good.
Yeah, and it has been ongoing. I mean, we've been meeting since June.
Well,
Now,
these events aren't small. I mean,
Literally,
Yeah.
we each put 4 or 5 hours a day into it, just this one event. But what's disappointing to me a little bit is that I can't even tell you the expense that the Eureka has gone to on this. BLM land fees, can I say,
$17,000.
$18,000
Yeah.
for just BLM land fees.
Yeah.
They have put
And that
out-
is just to do tours out there. That's not
Exactly.
even.
No, that's just our tour part.
Yeah.
That's just our tour part. But literally, they put hundreds of thousands of dollars into this event, and then I hear from the businesses, yeah, that's not gonna help me. And I'm thinking, Eureka did this
For you.
because this is what you wanted as businesses, as residents, this is what you asked them to do. And they've done it now, and I say everybody needs to step up, step up.
Well,
Well,
you're
I will
preaching to
do
the
your
choir, though,
Well, we are.
and
We
the
are.
thing is that we're so blessed in Mesquite to have the Eureka, who truly backs the community, just like with the pasta garden, all those kind of things. And the Eureka knows that they're probably gonna lose money on this thing this year.
Oh, big time.
Their payoff's gonna come in 10 years when it has become a premier event for Mesquite, and they are not short-sighted.
We're looking at next year.
Okay, well, I'm just saying that they're not short-sighted, and I think that that's where a lot of the problem comes in with many businesses, is they're short-sighted. They think, I'm gonna give this great product and I'm gonna make money tomorrow, and it doesn't happen that way
No,
very
we
often.
know that everything we are doing this year is in preparation for
Right.
next year's. We know that, but it's still great of them, and I still would
So-
love to see more city support.
Hopefully,
Something that Eureka absolutely understands
Oh,
without a
city support, we got
question.
city support now.
Yeah.
They're gold sponsors.
Brian's like,
Gold
wait a
sponsors. What I meant was community
Really, that
support.
Dangerfield, right
I know,
here,
really.
got no respect.
City is gold sponsor.
Something that Eureka understands without a question is that without a healthy community, Eureka can't be healthy.
Exactly.
And that's really true for every business in town, and we all
It's
know
the
that
truth.
they need to understand it as well. Everyone does, because without a healthy city, there's no reason to be here.
That's right. I'm
And you
gonna,
know, Cindy, we have taken lists amongst the group and called individual businesses to attend.
well, now, didn't we actually get like an invitation in the mail or something, or did I just
From
get an
Eureka?
email?
I
Yeah,
got a
I
phone
can
call.
tell you, they did because,
Yeah. Yeah,
and it made you
I
feel very
bring up
special, it's like,
all
oh,
the
they
time,
chose
everything
me.
is-
and then we got a lovely party gift.
Yes,
Yes,
a
you
couple
guys
of
did.
them.
I didn't get invited to, you guys got a really lovely party gift.
We got a couple of them, didn't we? Got like,
Beach towel.
no, I got the blanket,
Yeah, with the, and with the Gregory's.
right, and with Gregory's and, yeah. So I
Can
mean,
get invited to the next one?
no, that's my job.
I don't know, have no idea how we are on
Yes,
time.
We're over.
I'm gonna close it up, but what
Can I-
what do you have? Yes. you
Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys have this, and maybe you do, but this is the Seasons calendar that we have out for Seasons Lounge. Seasons is pretty predictable about what's happening, but there's almost always something going on there, and I'll tell you, it's turning into a really nice place to be.
can- Yes.
And we've been talking about marketing, we're very conscious about who we market, what type of clientele we're looking for, what they bring to us, and what they bring to the city. So,
Great. Well, you're passing that out, I'm gonna close it up for time. Couple of things. I appreciate all of the information that was given. We're going to take it back. We are going to refocus. I think the information of who's our target. I think we were very open that we felt that all businesses needed this, but, you know, we may target it back down. We want to do an open forum, get the businesses information. We probably will take some of the other things into consideration that was offered today. One more thing that I want to also mention is the Eureka and Wolf Creek on Monday night, they are doing a business economic forum that I think is actually going to be beneficial as well. Again, I'm speaking to the choir, I apologize, but there again, that's something else that the Eureka's doing. They've teamed up with Wolf Creek, and they're looking at some focus information. We are going to attend so that we can get some information off of that and be able to continue to do these things. Like I said, this came under the chamber umbrella in November's board meeting. They wanted to put it under events. And last month, when I became a new board member, I asked if we could put it under an economic. And we might bring in, next month is our planning meeting, and we will try to plan it a little bit better. But this committee, we have people in this committee. We want the feedback so that we can bring more people to it and make it more successful. And I agree with Brenda, if you know, Eureka understands that the city is successful, Eureka is successful. I look at the city just like you would a mall. And I learned business through watching malls. But if you ever look at a mall, they have these great big huge anchor stores that have a lot of money to be able to advertise. They have some national stores inside that have some money to advertise. And then you have all these mom and pop shops in between that don't have the same money. But if you ever notice that if you have really strong anchor stores, the Eureka, the Casa, the Walmarts, the hospital, you know that people are coming because they have the money to advertise. They come. It's the mom and pops. But if you don't find it at one place, you shop through the rest of the mall to find what you want. That's Mesquite. You have 2 exits. You have these anchors. You have all of these things in between. And if we can focus on working it together, everybody together, and that's my hope, that we can work together, that every business can succeed. There's not a business that shouldn't succeed in this community, and it's just like what was said. If one man can build 4 restaurants in this town while other ones are closing, if the Eureka can actually go through and remodel and upgrade during a recession and the other casino is laying off people, that's mind-boggling to me. You know, another success story is Ace Hardware. When Walmart was coming in, everybody was jumping ship like rats on a sinking ship, and Ace expanded and explored greater customer service. And by doing that, they are successful. And they lowered their prices. But why, but you know, exactly.
Well, and they're busy
why-
though, because of that service. How many
Because they
times
are
you go to,
busy.
I mean,
Because they are
I love
customer
Walmart, but
service.
how many times you go to them and you can't find anybody to help you? Ace, you've got 10 people helping
Yeah.
you.
Exactly.
And they all know the answer.
And they all know the
Yeah.
answer.
And they usually have it, what you're looking
Yep,
for.
exactly.
And they're pleasant.
So there is no reason for businesses not to succeed. And so, once again, I apologize to not have a big roaring crowd for y'all. I appreciate our guests that did come, very much. And we
She was
will go
very
back to the-
quiet though.
Yeah, she's really quiet. Yeah, you're just so quiet back there. She's absorbing it all. We will go back to the drawing board and we will take this information. I appreciate it. Brenda, you want
I
to say?
actually wanted to say 2 more things. First of all, this one is just about our promotions and things that are happening, but I wanted to bring your attention down to this Chinese New Year buffet. If you guys have not attended that, I'm just saying from me to you, that is fun. Come and see that.
When is it?
It's on February 9th.
Okay,
So-
for joy.
Yeah, it's a fun, we have the dragon dancers, the lion dancers, whatever it is. It's a good time. It's really fun. It's neat and Mesquite. You don't get that everywhere here. The other
That's the
thing I
same
wanted
weekend
to-
as putting on the Ritz Goes Hollywood though.
It is.
One last
Maybe
thing.
they can do both things. Oh, sorry, I have one more. one more
Okay,
thing to
oh, I'm
say.
sorry.
And I'll try not to be long on this, but you guys all know that this is the first time that we've ever attempted to put anything this large on a Mesquite. It's difficult, it's exciting, it's intimidating, it's exciting. But so we're learning a lot from it. And something that I have learned most recently that I think would be valuable to everybody in this town is about how social media can work for us. And it can help you understand your customer a little bit. It's the first year, so we're just compiling and stuff, but we've started these Facebook pages, and if you guys are not following it, please do. Twitter, get it out, you can get information so good there. But there's a place on Facebook, and maybe you guys already know this, that has analytics. Are you familiar with that? So what we have already learned in the period of time that we pushed out there is that the group that we're most getting clicks from, likes, views, shares, is the age 21 to 34 and more female than male.
Wow.
So, it's telling us really
Who your
quick
target market is.
who the market is. So, and we can see the whole span. That isn't the only group looking at it, that's the primary group.
Right, and
Looking at
it allows you to divide up your advertising dollars. into
And we
groups.
can see how many times that.
So
one
they do
video-
buy shoes.
They do buy. And, they're interested in the after parties and all that kind of stuff too. So they're not here just for the dirt bites. That's nice, but I think they want to see the spas. I think they want to see what else is in town. Eureka.
Brenda, don't you think that plays right into what the national average is though? Because who does the planning of the trips? Who does the planning of mostly
Right,
of where the money
It's
goes?
the women.
Yeah, because you're not
Well,
gonna
and-
send me.
My
It's
wife
one
told me
reason
where
I
we were
think that
going
we're
this
gonna
year.
be extra successful is
Your wife
because
told
we
you where to go
have
this year?
stuff
Yeah,
for
she told me
the
to go.
women.
No, where we were going. She
Oh,
told
I
me where
thought
to go
you said
every
where,
day.
where to go.
Michelle tells him where to go all the time, he just won't leave.
Yeah, just this year on vacation, she told us where we were going.
Oh, where you-
Well, let's quick